Hey, how's it going? Cesar Rodriguez here. I'm actually in Cabo San Lucas on vacation, but I wanted to take a quick time out to actually share with you something that I think is really important. I think a lot of us are getting pushed around too much today in the industry. You see, it's interesting. I got off the phone not too long ago with a young lady that's actually on my team, and she put me on the phone on a three-way call with someone, and this was a person that was actually in real estate, just about to start doing real estate. They didn't really have a lot of money coming in or anything like that, so they were definitely struggling, and they thought, hey, well, I'm going to get into real estate to, maybe potentially get me out of that. Now, obviously, in real estate, there's a pretty large turnaround. I mean, even if you meet a person and they say, yeah, sure, I want to, I'm interested in selling my house, you still got to, go from that first approach to getting the house listed and then waiting on buyers and listing it. So it's a long turnaround for commission. And I'm on the phone with this person, and they're telling me how they need money like right away. Yet when we showed them our opportunity, a way that they could make money right away, we started hearing excuses about money and, well, I don't have this, type of, investment to get started, and it's really not a lot of money, So what's interesting is they would spend probably 10 times more just on getting business cards and, and just doing like a little flyer or something, right, to get started in their business. So here's the interesting thing. This person decides to not get involved, and we're totally cool. We're like, all right, sounds good, good luck. And one of the things that they gave was a money objection, which obviously I didn't believe was real at all. If you're going to be getting into real estate and you're just starting, they hadn't even passed their test and all that type of stuff yet. So here's the interesting thing about it. The next day, this individual proceeds to call my associate and, my new team member and say, hey, listen, I was, talking to someone else that was in the company before, because this person had another friend that was in the company, and this person's been in a year and hasn't made all that much money. Now, mind you, this isn't someone on our team. They're just saying, hey, another person was in the business and didn't make money. And they didn't make all that much money, and oh, by the way, they said this and that, and I was doing some more research on the internet, so then my new rep calls me up and starts saying, well, Cesar, hey, this person called me, they said this and that, and I said, why do we care? Like, what's the difference? I said, if someone calls me, and this is my message to you, don't ever let anyone try and beat you up about your opportunity and what you're doing, especially when you're in something way better than they are in. All right, if people have jobs that are lousy and that suck, yet they want to tell you the little things, they want to find the little chinks in your armor. And let me tell you something, it's not about your opportunity, it's literally about them. All they're doing is they're trying to poke enough holes in what you're doing so that they can justify while they're basically chicken to not take that next step. That person was probably going to sleep at night thinking about every single thing I said, saying, man, that Cesar guy's right, man, that guy's right, he's got some really good points, but gosh, I feel so stupid for not going forward. So let me find some things that are wrong with it so that my subconscious mind can rest at ease and I can feel like, okay, at least I didn't, at least I'm not missing out because I can find a couple holes. So what I told my person, I said, listen, here's the deal. If that person had called me, what I would have said is that I said, whoa, hold on. First of all, are you telling me you're still doing research on our company? Obviously, you wouldn't be. You already told us no. So are you interested or are you not? Because most people that say no, that they're not interested in an opportunity, don't go spending the next day or two doing research and looking for more information unless they really are interested in doing what we're doing. So obviously, it sounds to me like you had some interest after that phone call, even though you told Cesar no. So what is it exactly that still has you interested that you're even wanting to do more research? Did you see that? Did you see how I just flipped that and framed it? So a person would not be doing more research unless they had some type of interest in what we were doing, right? Because if you say no to something, you're not thinking about it if it's a sincere no. So then I would have put it right back in her face and been like, hey, listen, obviously you're still looking at this. Why are you still looking? I thought you had everything figured out. Oh, you're looking to protect me? I don't think so. Nice try. Here's the thing. Call people out on their BS. And don't let anyone take advantage of you. Don't let anyone push you around. If someone tries to say, oh, well, I saw this and I talked to this other person who didn't make any money. You know what? I would have personally said, I would have said, oh, wow, you talked to someone else in my same company that wasn't making money. Well, hey, let me open up the phone book and call up 100 real estate agents and see how many of them are making money. Because you're about to go into the most unstable industry right now there is. Like, seriously, real estate, and you're looking to make money now and you don't even have money now? You're telling us that you don't have the money to get started with our company, yet you're about to embark on a real estate career? You're telling me that you needed money yesterday, yet you're about to do something that's going to take you forever and a day to even close deals and to even make money? It's going to take a lot more, significantly amount more of money to get that business up and rolling than this? Listen, obviously something that Cesar said must have rang a bell with you if you're still looking. And what's that person going to say? I mean, they're going to say something, or whatever it is, just don't let them beat you up. So at the end of the day, I'm just trying to empower some people here. I'm trying to give you some posture. I'm trying to give you some confidence. Don't let people push you around. When people do research on your company, if someone tells you no, call them out. If they're going to call you back the next day talking about it, well, wait, why are we still talking? Are you still interested? Well, then no, then you don't have to call me and tell me all the reasons why you still aren't interested. I don't care. You don't have to call me to protect me. I'm grown up. I can look out for my own. Thank you very much. So listen, you can do this with your friends, and you should do this with your friends, because I don't care if someone doesn't want to do business with me, but I don't want someone thinking that they're superior to me, or someone is thinking that they're going to, try and put me in check. Because at the end of the day, unconsciously, whether they realize it or not, the only thing someone's doing, if someone tells you no, and then they do research afterwards, and they're calling you back, it's not to protect you. Don't buy that crap. All right, they wanted to get in, but they're just trying to justify and find reasons why they can be a coward and not take that step and not do a business where they can maybe believe in themselves or maybe have a chance. They're looking for ways so that they don't have to get involved, or that they can let their mind ease. Because honestly, when you're going after your dreams, it makes a lot of people insecure who aren't going to go after them as well. So a lot of people, I want you to realize that, a lot of people, they're going to be scared when you step out of the box, and people wonder, why is everyone beating me up when I get into business? Here's why. Because if you achieve their dreams and you're in the same position that they're at, what ends up happening is down the road, they're going to have no reason for why they can't have theirs, other than they were just too chicken and they were just too scared to jump out of the box and get out of their comfort zone and do it. So that's why people pick on you. That's why people try and push you down, because if you make it, it lets them know how lazy they really are, and the amount of lack of ambition that they really and truly have. So that's my hardcore message from the heart while on vacation. Don't ever let anyone push you around. If someone tries to call you out, call them out. All right? And always bring it right back to, hey, look, obviously you're still interested because you're still doing research. And if you're not, just tell me no, and let's just cut it there, and let's still hang out and be friends, and we can, talk at the ball game or whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't need to hear all the reasons why you already don't want to do what I already know you're not going to do. All right? So that's my message. Take care. I'm Cesar Rodriguez. Have an awesome day.